guys, Christian and Evander, you spent the night in after liberating the town of Valsalele
Valsalele.
from the horrible banished. You guys spent the night, and then you worked your way back, and it is now the afternoon of October 7th. And you are back in Darabani at the Darabani Inn, and you're reunited with your friends, whose names are Mihai and Andreas. And what happened was that, after you guys uh, defeated the vampire Caius Dalka and collected the magical honey and basically set the town back to where it's looks like it's going to be profitable again. Um, Andreas and Christian, you decided to stay behind in the town and provide some sort of tactical advice to the town's militia as to how best they can defend themselves now that they're, potentially vulnerable as a profitable settlement. So you spent the past couple of days going around with the militia and the guard force, and setting up like checkpoints and all these different things, and they were very grateful to you. And in the meantime, your two friends went off to Valsalele and did some sort of great heroic deed, and you have now reunited back in the bar. And you see Bunika Shimeka sitting behind the counter, um, apparently cooking something over the stove. And it, you guys, and Andreas and Mihai, you really don't know anything about what happened in Valsalele, so you might want to start off by like asking your friends what they've been up to.
Gentlemen, welcome back.
Hello.
It's good to be back.
You guys-
Very good to be back.
Yeah. You guys,
Here in your heads, it's good to see you.
Oh, that is good. I remember
missed
how
that.
you talk without talking. It's very interesting to me.
it's expanding our horizons. Mihai, thank goodness, has gotten a lot of the townsfolk used to it, so it's pretty good, I think. How about you guys? What have you two been up to?
Well, we went down to Valsalele to see what was going on while you helped the militia here, and there was something terrorizing town called the Banished, but everybody said he was a very large, gross, mutated man who basically was taken into the woods by his mother long ago and banished from Valsalele. Well, he decided that he was night guy and would own Valsalele at night, and if anybody was out on street or even looked at him through window, they would be killed by this man. So we had to trap him and kill him, and he had hung up flayed flesh all over a statue in over a fountain in Valsalele town, and it was not good, but it was not that bad. The guy's name was Inger, and Maria was his mom, and we tried to make deal, but he didn't make deal, so we stuck him to ground and beat him. Is that about right, Evander?
That is about right.
You are more historian than I am.
I love how you say we stuck him to the ground.
We did. We stuck him to ground because Duratak for the win.
Yeah, Duratak for the win.
You see,
No mercy for the
Stefana walks
merciless.
up and she says, I apologize, but I overheard. Is it true that you have now also become the saviors of Valsalele?
We are not saviors. King Blando is savior. We work for King Blando. Yes, we went to liberate town, but remember, King Blando is great, and he is our savior, and he is the famed statue of the Negru Voda. We believe is King Blando coming to save us all.
Yes, all I can say is none of this would have been possible if not for King Blando's forces coming in and liberating the entire region. But so many dangers remain. As you know, you fought a vampire here, and you now you have defeated some sort of banished creature in Valsalele. Uh, King Blando chose wisely, making you his sort of agents to help finally bring peace to the region. I can't tell you how grateful I and everyone else in Darabani is for your efforts.
We can really only do our best, man. But
It,
we appreciate your support and encouragement and props.
and you hear Bunika Shemeka from behind the bar. She looks up and she goes, uh, Christian, Evander, friends, come closer if you will.
I don't have control of my token.
Oh, wait,
I have control over mine.
oh, here we go. Oh yeah, sure enough.
Hello, Bonica. Do you have
Mihai
famous
freezes.
more recipes for me today?
She says, better than that. I think you should be able to control yourself now.
Yeah.
Hi. She walks over to you. Says, I was looking through my pantry and I found something that I had almost forgotten about. Something I've been saving for many, many years, waiting for the right moment, a worthy celebration. And now I thank you for what you have done for our town. And I think it is now that I want to share this as a celebration. And she reaches under the counter and she pulls up this big rectangular tin of something and slides it across the counter.
Is food?
Says, yes, she looks at Persian anchovies, such a delicacy.
I do not believe I have had Persian anchovies, but I am fisherman and love food as cooker, man.
And you
So I
and,
would love.
and you see, as is normally the case, the anchovies have like have a sealed, a sort of partially scored top of the tin with a little tab for a key, and the key is missing. But you see on the top of the scored label, the top of the scored top, it looks like there's some sort of a faded label.
Try to make out the label.
It what languages do you speak?
Romanian.
I speak entirely your Romanian.
Okay. Does anyone speak multiple languages?
Andreas speaks
I've
let's
got
see, Spanish.
Dwarvish, Infernal. No.
And common.
Yeah, in common.
And thieves can't.
Spanish and Romanian, I believe.
You speak Spanish and Romanian and English.
Yes.
Is that right?
Sorry, yes.
Okay. So all of you can make int rolls, and Andreas, you can add +2.
Neat.
Intros.
I roll well.
I do. It's squiggly lines. I don't know why we try to read squiggly lines.
You know exactly what it is, Christian.
Andreas, 16. Yeah. So Andreas, take 2 XPs, and everybody take an XP. And you can't make out what it says, but you're able to determine that it's written in Farsi.
Well, that would make sense.
Squiggly lines.
So, gentlemen, this
Says,
is
delicious fish.
I'm afraid the key fell off a long time ago, but I think you should be able to make do. Do any of you have a tool or something?
Mihai.
I have key.
yeah.
I have key, and I whip out my combination tool real quick.
Yep.
Perfect.
Grab the thing and.
Well, you grab it, but you haven't done it yet. She goes, I have heard. I have never tried them actually, but I have heard that these were a great delicacy. the most exquisite anchovies ever to exist.
Win.
That would be quite impressive.
They say that the Persian anchovies from the Caspian Sea are like no others in the world.
I, are
And you
these
guys, you look and
pre-war?
it doesn't take any,
Pre-war?
yeah, it doesn't take any roll to realize like how freaking ancient this tin is.
I wonder if this is going to taste like that Norwegian shark dish I read about in cookbook once.
Oh,
It's
I
probably
don't
better.
know. You what was that you read about?
It was Norwegian take shark and ferment it and put in can for years and then you eat it and it is very stinky fish.
Yeah, well, I think it is probably okay. I remember a few decades ago when I first came into possession of this, I was able to read the label. That's why I know that it is called Persian anchovies. But unfortunately, my old eyes do not work like they did before, and now I cannot make out anything on the label.
Yes, it was called charcoal. I just hope it has not fermented in can. But perhaps we should open outside in case of big stink like rotten shark can?
Oh, no, 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 no. My understanding is this is great delicacy. I don't know why you're being cautious.
Well, I don't need to be cautious. Watch this. And I pop open the can opener part of my tool, my multi-tool,
Okay,
and jam it in and then use the pliers to peel back the lid.
perfect. Take an XP. Um, it peels back, and you see what look like perfect glistening fillets of little tiny fish. And in fact, a scent does rise up to you, but it is basically the scent you would expect from an open can of anchovies.
Well, I am fisherman. I will gladly volunteer to eat first. I love
Oh,
fish.
wait. She like reaches down and she pulls up this plate of these little tiny, almost like cracker like pieces of bread, and she says, "I made these specially for this occasion."
Ah,
Are those Bellini?
Take another experience point, and everyone take experience point.
I think Bellini are great. They're fantastic, especially with fishy things like caviar and stuff.
sounds great.
I was hoping you would like it. I just wanted to express my gratitude and the gratitude of all of Darabani for what you have done.
Oh,
All right, I am going to roll. I'm going to pre-roll for poison resistance and then jam one in my mouth.
Okay,
I use my pliers in my combo tool to carefully pull a fish out and put it onto
so
a
you,
blini.
you pull out one of the drippy little fillets, and you
Yeah.
lay it across the freshly baked blini.
Yeah. All right, boys, grab yours. We cheers and do all same time.
Andreas
We
will.
died together.
Yes, Andreas will do as Christian does.
Okay, every one of you has
Uh,
a little anchovy fillet across a blini.
yeah, Mihai's kind of like floating it over with his he
Oh,
grimaces
nice.
and he
All
floats
right,
it
I
over,
have
Floating it.
and the lady hears in his in her mind, "Thank you, Bunika."
She nods.
I have
And then
prayer. I have prayer.
she takes a little knife and she fishes one out and puts it on a blini and she takes it as well. And she calls
I'll
Stefano over and Stefano does the same.
I hold it up and say I have prayer.
Yeah.
One,
Oh, please. We should give
one,
gratitude.
one for the money, two for the show. Thank you, Jesus. And now here we go.
You guys pop these things in your mouth and the flavor is just indescribable. And you think there's probably enough anchovies left in there for one more round. You're pretty sure if you guys eat that one more round, you will all get the pleasure condition.
That sounds wonderful. Let's
Thank
do
you
it.
so much. Thank you so much, Punika.
She
This
goes,
is wonderful.
To
it
Mihai,
really is every bit as delicious as I had imagined it would be.
Mihai still being cursed from his past. It still tastes like cruel and disgusting.
Oh, Mihai,
He does not get pleasured.
take
He
an
is
XP in place of the pleasure condition. And then everybody take an XP and award yourselves the pleasure condition.
These are wonderful. It is amazing they last so many years.
The word that I have been. Wait, I remember now one of the things that I read on the label when I was younger. It said irradiated to ensure freshness.
That makes sense.
Well, that's good. Yeah, very good.
These Persians must have been very wise people.
Anybody got a Geiger counter?
So now I have received word from various members of the militia, and they have advised that your training has given them many good ideas how to keep the town safe. It seems, and I was speaking with Mayor Grigori, he says that the town is probably in good shape to take care of itself now, and we are very grateful to you.
Wonderful.
If you would like to stay here, you're always welcome. But I think probably your duty for King Blando will require you to move on soon.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I think Evander, weren't you saying you have chosen next town for us to go to?
Well, it's pretty obvious.
It was pretty obvious. You have map. I don't have map.
You don't have
You
the
guys
map.
should all have the map.
No, I
Well,
have the map. I don't have the map.
I do it. I'm the one who has the map.
I am the map.
Scott has the map. Christian does not have the map.
But I lay out the map
Okay.
on the bar.
Yes, I would say that is pretty obvious.
We need to go to. How do you say?
Cherchzu.
Cherchzu.
Where's the map? Is that?
It's in the
Uh,
email.
No, you'll
Email.
find it. You'll find it in the journal. The journal tab.
Oh, we got okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Cherchzu.
Nice.
It says Radu's map.
Yeah, sweet. Thank you.
Cherchzu.
Cherchzu. Cherchzu.
Cherchzu.
Says, oh yes, of course. That makes sense. You're going to now try to see what the situation is in Cherchzu.
Cherchzu.
Cherchzu, yes. Yes, I think that is our next place.
Well,
We have lots to do before we go check out Joe Mangiello.
I don't know what you're referring to, but
Mangiala.
I trust. Oh,
Mangalia.
Mangalia.
Yeah.
Mangalia, yes.
Oh, Viagra.
No, Viagra's the other one.
What?
Yeah, we gotta do Cherchzu, then Viagra, then Mangiello.
Mangiello.
Do you mean the town?
No,
near
Mangiello is where we came
You
from.
mean the town near Cherchzu?
Yes.
It is Viroaga.
Viruaga.
Viagra.
Well, I have to say, the militia here taught, what taught me, and I'm, certain that Mihai may have learned a few things. I know that I was chatting with a few of the hunters, and even though I consider myself a bit of a hunter, I learned a few tricks of how to properly look out for incoming attacks and incoming
Like death deer.
Like death deer.
like death deer, right? So perhaps I can
So how do you handle a death deer, Andreas?
see it before it sees you.
No.
No.
Hide behind a tree.
Well, but the first thing
tree's
is you need
name?
to see it before it sees you.
Tree's name is Christian.
Yes,
I will
exactly.
protect you.
Evander, take an XP, and everybody take an XP.
Cool.
Grigori wanders over. So I see you are still here in town.
Well, we just got back, yes.
Yes. Well, I assume that now that you are reassembled, you will be leaving soon.
Always wanting to get rid of us.
Why you always like to get rid of us?
No, no, no. Don't mistake my eagerness to see you leave for a lack of gratitude for what you have done.
Can I steal his surface thoughts, please?
Yeah, sure.
Service thoughts.
Naughty boy. Do it.
While you set up your roll, I'm eating the customary Gordon fruit pie.
Nice.
Plus
Ah.
willpower, right?
Well, it's willpower plus 1 if you're normal psionic, and plus 2 if you're a psionic 1 power.
Okay, I'm not 1 power, right? Because I have more than 1 spell slot. Is that how it works?
Yes.
And I just realized.
So you got a 12.
12, yeah.
Surface thoughts. Let's see what you need.
Well, that's a 1, isn't it?
It should be a 1 or a 2.
SM2 plus.
Okay, so you barely pulled it off, but you would have been able to reroll anyway if you'd failed.
Okay.
So now he's going to try to resist. This is. Here, there.
Mihai.
Meop.
Mihai.
Mihai.
Mihai's.
Oh, apparently. Wait, why does that command not work? Slash roll D10 plus 5, right?
Yeah.
No?
Ah, that worked that time.
There you go.
You got him.
Oh, all right.
You get
No, he's only SM1.
Oh, yeah.
or does he have to actually get an SM2?
It's a success requires SM2 plus.
Oh, okay. You start to get some like jumbled thoughts, and all of a sudden it just fades away.
By the way, point of order. Andreas needs to roll for superstitious.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's.
Oh, then I guess.
Well, actually,
Or is it not worth it rolling it right now? Is it probably better if we
it's
just
probably
hold
not
up?
worth rolling it.
Okay.
No, it is a. No, don't bother.
Okay. We'll roll it for the next morning
Correct.
when we need to. Got it.
And despite the fact that Grigore resisted your attempt to read his mind, he appears to be completely oblivious to the fact that you attempted anything.
Good. All right.
Bunika Shimeka cleans off the tin and basically cleans off the counter and everything, and asks if you guys would like anything to drink.
Yes.
Yes, please.
And she pours each of you a nice glass of wine.
I was gonna say, yeah. After some of these delicious, salty, wonderful treats. Yes, we need something to wet our whistle.
Yeah, so she gives each of you a glass of wine, and to you, Mihai, it just looks like a glass of mud.
Yeah. Yeah, Mihai.
Poor Mihai. It's grape juice.
GM, can I get a time check?
It's about 6 p.m.
Yes, back to your question, Grigori. I believe if Bunika will let us stay here one more night, we will be on our way in the morning.
Yes, Grigore, leave them alone. These are saviors of our town. You show them proper respect. Oh, of course. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. He goes back to his table.
As he walks away, I kind of say loudly, "Did anybody notice that he changed his pants?"
Oh, take an XP. And he kind of like thinks about glancing back over his shoulder and then doesn't. Goes back to the table.
I raise my glass and I say, "Here's to the humble anchovy, bold and briny, the little fish with a lot of flavor, never whiny. May it add zest to your meals and smiles to your faces. Cheers to the anchovies." And I look right at Stefana and I wink and I say, "In all the right places."
Woo! Nice. Take an XP.
Yes.
Everybody take an XP. And she blushes a little bit. She says, I must
You
go-
hear in your head, what are these right places?
I want to reply.
Okay. Yeah, she shyly goes over and starts wiping the table that doesn't need to be wiped.
Blushing.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't look like much else is going to happen tonight unless you guys have something you have in mind. You can just call it an evening and be fresh for tomorrow.
I like it. Let's roll up the map and
think so.
somebody want a dynamite? A stick of dynamite?
I'll take it.
We were going to sell it.
Is that the candle?
No, it's not
Oh.
a candle. It's not the Duma.
Mihai can do some stuff with dynamite.
Ooh, nice.
So take this dynamite from me. It's weighing me down.
Thanks.
And this lighter with it because you're gonna need that.
Yes. So it's which dynamite is it?
DC
DC
10X.
Boom, boom,
and a
boom.
lighter.
Nice. Okay,
Thank you.
guys, lapse the evening.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
everybody take another XP. You should all be full up on luck and mana and fully healed.
Yay.
Oh, wait. There is one more thing. Before you go to bed,
Bard Bogo comes in.
okay, which of you currently have vials of honey?
Me.
I think I have a jar. And I think
I have one. I have one magic honey vial.
And Andreas, you have one?
it just says jar. I'm gonna assume that might be.
Yeah,
Does anybody else show that they have the magic honey?
I do not.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So that makes sense. You guys see. Here we go. You guys see Ian come in.
There she
And
is.
you grew up, girl.
No kidding.
Burst through the wall.
She's the banished.
Oh yeah.
All right, leadership.
Hello, Aaron.
She goes, "Oh, I was hoping I would find you. Oh, you're all together again."
I was actually wondering if possibly
Not that
you were covening again with your little friends.
She says, I thought you told me not to do that anymore.
Yes, I know that, but that is why I was wondering. Sometimes children are rambunctious.
No. Instead, I've been. I actually was talking to the workers who are harvesting in the cave, and I told them that I thought. Oh wait, she glances over at Mayor Grigore, and she says, "Look how nice that table is." And she goes and sits over here.
Right.
Andreas gets the hint.
That tells us a lot. You should have stealed them surface thoughts.
And she says, I convinced the laborers that we have not given you a proper reward for all you have done for us. So I talked them into giving me two more jars of honey. And she like, Mihai, you feel her like slip something into your hand.
No.
And then you
Too
see her,
young for you.
and then you see her very like obviously reaching under the table toward you, Andreas.
Oh, thank you.
And you each now have. Oh no, because you already had one. Who else didn't have one? Evander.
I didn't.
Yeah. So she. Oh, and you're right behind her. Yeah. She
I am.
just sort of stretches and leans her arm back behind the chair and is holding a jar of honey.
Jar or vial?
Well, it's a little jar. They weigh 0.25 kilograms.
Yeah, okay, that's exactly what I have is a vial.
And she says, "So just know how grateful we are."
Wait, they weigh 0.25 or 0.035?
No, 0.25.
Oh, I had mine weighing 0.35 for some reason.
Yeah, it's about 8 ounces of honey.
And does Mihai know what this
No problem.
magic honey does?
So if you guys remember, it appeared that like back before Count Ulrik took over this region, Darabani was well known for its fields of flowers that were powerful magical components. And it appears that at some point in the past, before all the flowers died, some bees had gathered the pollen from the magical flowers and created like a massive beehive inside of a cave. And it turns out that the honey now has incredible magical properties, and the town alchemist that you spoke to.
You need his name?
No, I got. Well, sure, if you have it on hand, but I've got it here. You guys are in Darabani.
Yeah. What's his name?
Oh, over here. I got it right here.
Don't know his name.
The town alchemist.
No, I am going to give you the
I
real name.
I just have alchemists. Horatio, maybe?
Horatio. Go ahead and take
Horatio.
an XP, Evander. Yeah, Horatio.
It was on a different line, but
and he.
this is like a legendary magical component, right?
No, it's better than that. It looks like if you were to eat the honey, it would have like at the same time the properties of a healing salve and an essence of sleep.
Wow.
Nice.
In fact, if you remember, when Horatio finished studying it, he was like blown away by how powerful this concoction is.
Oh yeah, he bought some of it from us. I think
I think that's right.
the first batch.
So she says, "But I must be going now. Again, we're so glad that you came. We'll never forget you." And she kind of winks at Stefana and heads out.
Well, that was nice. Nice surprise to see her.
Yeah.
I'm glad they are not witchcrafting.
Yeah, exactly. Now she likes us.
Well, what's not to like?
You kind of got the
Exactly.
impression she always sort of liked you, although obviously she was nervous.
She still reminds me of my sister who was murdered.
That's unfortunate.
So-
Yes. I think that not for now on, since she died, all little young women remind me of dead sister. I don't think it will go away.
Who the heck is
Can,
Dennis?
Hey,
Can I-
Dennis.
can I get something for you, gentlemen?
Oh, that's the manager. That's the night manager.
Correct.
No, Dennis, I think we were just having conversation, then go to sleep.
Okay. Just let me know. Anything we have is yours.
You got it. Thank you, friend.
I quickly turn and look at the waitress.
Yeah, she glances back your way, Evander, and
I wink.
and blushes again, and then does like a kind of a nervous partial curtsy, and then says, "Dennis, I'm done for the day. I need to head home." And she also leaves.
Man, you know, it is quite dangerous, Evander. You might need to walk her home.
Can I
Yeah,
detect surface
she's
thoughts
whining
on
for
her
Bart
before she
Bogo.
leaves?
I'm just setting seeds,
Uh,
not the seeds you would think of.
Um.
I am.
Okay.
I'm
As she
fond
walks
of-
by, can I detect her service thoughts?
Sure. Well, she's yes.
walking
I'm gonna
away.
say she's not gone yet. So yes.
Do it.
Do it.
12 again. Dang. Okay.
Evander, I am farmer. If you ever need help learning how to plant seeds, I am happy to tell you.
Oh, that's SM2 plus.
Oh.
Thank you very much,
You,
Kristen.
you get her surface thoughts. Let's go. We got it.
Mmm.
You get her surface thoughts.
Whatever he comes back and says is a lie.
It's a
It's a
lie.
It's a lie.
Whatever he says. If he says go for it, it's a lie. If he says don't go for it, it's a lie.
No, there we go.
You see Mihai just kind of like smirk as she walks by.
He smirked. Did you see that? It was a smirk.
The smirk was a lie.
The smirk was a lie. All right, I'm off to bed,
Yep.
fellows.
Best to hit the hay.
Okay. Well, you guys have these rooms, yeah.
What rooms do we have?
These rooms.
Yeah,
We're already in the room asleep.
These two.
Oh, I take big bed. I'm big man.
Yes.
I'll take the
Mihai goes to the smallest,
good.
darkest one.
The smallest,
It's
darkest
the
one.
bathroom.
That's got a bed in there.
All right.
Okay. Well, the night passes and it's very pleasant, and you wake up the next morning.
Woot.
All right. Hey, Bogo, can I go back 2 seconds?
Sure.
If it's okay with you, I'd love to do a farmer's rise. Wake up at exactly 8 hours, super early, and go help.
Yeah.
Help Nika prepare
Perfect.
breakfast.
Perfect. Go ahead. Go ahead and put yourself in the kitchen, and sure enough, she was already up early, planning to make you guys an awesome farewell breakfast. But you kind of, with your superior skill, take the lead and go ahead and make a cooking attempt.
This is dish my mother used to teach me how to make. It is a not exactly shakshuka, but it is Romanian omelette, which is scrambled eggs with cheese and sausages and potato turnips because we don't have many potatoes here. But it should be good because you have excellent pantry of spices, and we'll put a little zakuska next to it for people who want to add a little bit of spice with peppers and tomato juice.
Very nice.
And I could go for some shakshuka.
It's not
I made
shakshuka.
some after the last time he made it.
Oh yeah.
We already did shakshuka. You never do the same trick twice. Okay, I'm cooking level 4, crap 6. Roll d10 plus 6 plus, I think it's 3. But I don't have my glasses on. That's right. What is this?
Evander's doing his morning prayer.
Nice.
So Brian, does your recording software? I guess it only records from your point of view, right? It doesn't get any of the whispers.
That's correct.
That's correct. So actually, by way of recap, Andreas, before we move on with today, you remember that when you were last here in Darabani, you started asking around about Anya Borpush,
Yes.
and the word that you got was that somebody vaguely remembered a Borpush family in Cherchzu.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I do remember
All right.
that.
Good. Take an
Here's my roll. Bang! Oh, that's 11. It's okay.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. Go ahead and take a couple XPs for all the local flavor in your dish and all that, and it's very good. And everybody eats and take an XP. Everybody
Yum.
take an XP. Except Mihai,
Wow.
because to him it just tastes like the eggshells with no
Oh,
actual egg in it.
Mmm.
chicken ass.
Delicious.
Oh, you're such a tortured soul, Mihai.
Poor guy.
Bonica,
So
thank
evil.
you as always for letting me cook with you. It reminds me of cooking with my now dead mother.
She takes your face with both of her like crepey hands and gives you a big kiss on the forehead.
I give her a big squeeze hug like a farmer boy's son would do to, or grandson would do to his grandma.
You can tell she really likes it. He says, "You are always welcome here, Christian."
Well, thank you, Bunika. And I never remember to ask you, do you have a communicator?
No, I don't.
Does anyone here maybe have communicator?
I do not.
I don't carry communicator, but
No, it's only been a few days since we were slaves under Count Ulrik. He would not allow us any sort of thing that might be subversive.
all
You
right,
hear in
well,
your head, I am communicator.
right. From time to time, you may hear a voice in your head. It will sound like this. Mihai, please.
She says, "No, I have already heard him speaking to me in my head.
Okay.
I think I will recognize his voice."
All right. Well, it is just check-in. It is just check-in, Bunika. And if you ever have problem, that is, we will check in from time to time.
I am grateful. I will keep tabs on what is going on in the town, and then when you check in, I can relay anything that is important.
Thank you. Irin has her ear to the ground too, so make sure you communicate with her.
I
fine.
will. She comes in quite frequently.
Yeah,
Good.
she's a good kid. When older, so it's not child slavery, maybe you give her a job.
In fact, when you say she's a good kid, you see Bunika Shimeka like nods and just sort of like immediately says the best.
All right, you group of vagabond soldiers of the great almighty King Blando, are we ready to hit the road?
Ready if you
Still wish I
gentlemen
had a
are.
horse.
Pull out my holy symbol and say, "Ready as I'm ever gonna be."
Nice.
The wicked, the witch,
I
the
pull out
beauty.
my holy symbol and sort of do a cheers with his. I say, "Then Jesus shall lead us."
Nice.
What was that? A shovel?
What shovel?
Your shovel.
No, I have holy symbol. I am true believer.
I thought you had a shovel too.
I also have shovel.
They're not mutually
But I'm
exclusive.
cheersing Jesus with Jesus. I have lots of things. I don't only have shovel.
You can't have a cross if you got a shovel.
You see that? I'll shovel you.
Boy.
So you want to go? Let's go.
Head on out.
Okay.
All right.
Here, let's assemble you guys.
Should we like wrap up some bread or something?
I have lots of fresh fruit and dry fruit
Oh, good.
and vegetables.
This jar of honey is weighing me down.
I have MREs.
Yes, it is.
That is funny. I am very close to being weighed down and hindered, but I am still a whole 0.55 kilograms away.
Okay, how are you guys? If you look at your map of, if you look at your map of the Wallachia region, you can see that basically the path that you followed to Darabani and Valsalele heads back through Negru Voda, or you could just try to do a straight line through the forest.
Oh, that would be stupid.
Would that be a little stupid? Would that be a little bit stupid? So you guys are going to follow the path?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
by the way, Andreas does have patrol leader and
Excellent.
has an extra point in
That is why
perception.
you are in front.
Yeah. Huh.
You go be in front. I will carry big. Actually, I now have so much stuff. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Maybe you use your shovel, dig a hole, and put it all in it.
No, I have my maul. I have heavy organic club, superior quality. I have combat knife, superior quality. It's awesome.
Very nice.
How do you carry all that? I barely have jar of honey and one dynamite, and I am almost encumbered.
Yes, but come here, Mihai. You stand next to me. You see how my one thigh is as thick as you?
Nice.
I think this
Wait a
is
minute, Mihai.
perhaps-
Let me put my thigh next to yours and see if there's, if we're Both bigger.
I think this is why my father never let me ride horse, so that I would be strong as horse.
The horse rode you.
Yeah.
Uh,
Be
I hope
weak.
you do not mean that in gross sexual bestiality manner, because I am work for King Blando, and he would not appreciate that kind of debauchery.
No, that would be wrong.
Yeah. In unless you're John Oliver, right?
No, it is okay to beat a dead horse. Do not ever fuck a dead horse.
Oh
It's
no,
true.
John Oliver has a thing for horses. At least that's
Mm.
his shtick. Okay. You guys. Start working your way back down the road in the morning, which all of a sudden, like the whole
This road again.
the sky around this area doesn't feel so gloomy or dark. It just feels like a new day has dawned.
I always look at this bush, I should say, while we pass it. This bush here and this bush here look like big scary ass hiding wendigos to me.
Wendigos.
I just let you know that. It's scary ass hiding thing. But I trust Andreas to lead us proper and through.
I certainly will expect to.
Well, don't
Okay,
expect
Andreas,
to.
go ahead and make a
Great.
patrol leader attempt.
Patrol leader, do I get any? So
By the
just,
way, everybody in the party now, when you see me, you are +1 overall.
Oh, perfect.
woohoo!
Ooh,
Nice.
Yes.
that's so good.
Does
Yeah, everybody just go ahead and add that +1 overall.
yeah.
I should have helped you help me. No, never mind. I couldn't even get sentences out. It was so stupid.
Mihai probably would have made that that roll.
Sure.
Right.
Okay. Does patrol leader benefit from enhanced hearing?
No.
No.
but,
Okay, I didn't think so.
But like, if you fail the patrol leader and somebody tries to do a sneak attack against you, that's where the enhanced hearing would come in.
Okay, groovy. Okay, here we go. Rolling the dice. Could be better.
Okay, so your patrol leader should be your perception +2.
Oh, then it needs to be higher. Then
That's
that would be that 14. Thank
Okay,
you.
well, that's excellent. Take an experience point as you guys are working down working your way down the road. You like Andreas. You make out like some rustling in the darkest part of the tree line, but when you like stop and you give everybody the signal and you stop and pay attention to it, nothing comes of it, and you think whatever it is must have slipped away.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay.
You continue.
What is it?
It was
I'm
it was
waiting
it was
for
like
Andreas.
approximately here.
I'm like tempted to like just shoot a random pistol.
Maybe
at
that
it, but-
is Death Deer that we kicked its ass and then it ran away and it doesn't want to fight us again.
Could be.
He's going to point at that bush.
That tree.
Yeah,
the
it's like a
tree,
cluster
sorry.
of trees.
He's gonna point at that cluster of trees and just say, and just kind of tell the group, keep your eyes on that tree, that cluster.
Okay.
And then
I'll
we
be
will
in the
keep
back
going.
anyway.
Right. And then we will keep going.
I switched my held from the silver combat knife, which I put back to ready, to my big ass. No, I go to the heavy organic superior club.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, because vampire deers,
Very
organic
smart.
stuff.
Very, very smart. Okay, you guys start moving along.
Yep, start moving along.
Yep.
Okay. Give me just a couple of seconds.
In the kingdom they call Vaslorne.
Oh yeah, that shouldn't be playing that anymore. You're out of the bar.
Especially
Maybe I'm
just humming
singing
it
it.
on the way.
Right.
That's earworm. Bonika's looping jukebox. We need to send craftsmen there to fix jukebox so it can play more than one song.
Oh no, you think Stefano would object?
In the kingdom they call Vaslorne.
That's all. That's all you're allowed to sing. Ever. Okay.
And once I was walking on road, and then it came to me that a deer would come and murder me, 'cause it was big evil guy. And a big evil deer come kill me, and then I live and eat its ass, and that's the way it goes in a kingdom they call Vaslorne.
Evander, you're just like mortified by Christian's attempt at singing.
Evander's like, you're so good.
That's what my mother said as well.
You hear in your heads Mihai say, he's lying.
Of
Quit
course,
stealing my
you
service thoughts.
are clearly you are all just my friends, because I could never sing in front of anybody. It is not
Oh,
something
that's
I
what
like
you
to
were
do.
doing.
Listen,
We
and
were.
Evander came and he was my friend, but he made me feel bad because I can't sing in a kingdom they call Vaslorne.
It only takes about 3 hours to get back to Negru Voda, and you see the one-time monastery and one-time uh, vampire castle that is decorated by the picture. Let's see if I can find it. What is this?
Wow, we walk slow as ass.
What it went about 7.
7 kilometers, hour and a half.
It's probably my fault.
Yeah, no, but it's because you're like going through the woods and trying to
Yeah.
be cautious, right?
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool.
You're not like clomping along.
Yeah. Average walking speed 5 kilometers now.
What did I say? About 3 hours? Yeah,
You
that's
said
about,
3.
that's about right.
It's cool.
Yeah, so you arrive and you see like Blando's soldiers like standing around doing some work and drilling, and then you see
I hope we see Count Radu
well, you don't see Count Radu like
or Furka.
you don't see them standing outside, but take an XP for remembering the names.
Or Furka, so that we can make a report.
Right. Hold on.
I will take XP. I am currently hoarding for XPs because I'm very close.
Seems like a really good idea.
Yes.
Here we go.
Excuse me.
No.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, excellent. That'll totally work. Sure enough, you guys make contact with the soldiers, and they know who you are, and they immediately lead you into the palace and into the audience room. Where the hell is that thing? Oh, there it is. Into the audience room, where you see Count Radu and Ferka. Yes, Count Radu says, well, actually, you guys would be like here, I guess. Count Radu says, well, my friends, I'm so glad that you have returned safely. Please report what you have learned.
Oh, we have learned a lot.
Come, sit, make yourselves comfortable. It says, and then Ferka claps his hand. He says, now bring in the wine for our good friends. And a servant comes in and pours each of you some wine and leaves the
Wave it off.
leaves the decanter on the table. So, please, what do you have to report?
Well, Evander, you want to? Andreas, anybody want to go? I don't. Count Radu still makes me a little nervous to speak to him.
Okay, well then I
Well-
guess that's the question. Did you want to give him a full blah, or do you want to be a little more?
I thought you were XP whoring.
I am XP whoring, but I am also in character.
He's also in character, yeah. So
I will gladly report we are not in giant public crowd. This is not stage fright position, but I'm happy to let someone else report that we are now making King Blando tons more money in taxes.
right. So we ended up
Oh,
enhancing the economy of the town. They discovered, or there was a nearby Darabani, yes. Darabani, thank you. Sorry. And we managed to help them to reinvigorate their honey industry in order to make a variety of products. And their honey is really quite legendary. It's, you are, of course, a man of great means. I would highly encourage you to get some as soon as possible. And this will help out
doing that, we ridded the town of a vampire.
Yes.
You
Don't
see
forget that.
all of this. He's like taking it in, and it all seems very interesting to him. And then he asks some follow-up questions about like the honey and how it came to be and all that. And he's like, wow, "You have done a great service. It seems that you have now set Darabani up to be self-sufficient, probably able to defend itself well. Plus, the powers you are reporting from this honey, I think." That could be an incredibly powerful resource for King Blando's forces.
Well, and tell them about Valacheche or Chelele or whatever it is.
And then
The other place that we went.
he says, so the town, once cursed to serve as slaves of Count Ulrik, as soon as their liberty came, they then fell subject to yet another arguably more horrifying curse. And you went there to set things right.
The Banished.
I am starting to think that you are truly like heroes.
I don't know that I would go that far. We are but the hand of King Blando, who is the greatest hero and liberator of these lands. We would not be able to do what we do if not for his angel wings hovering over us.
As are we all. And he like does a salute to King Blando, says, I did not mean to suggest that you were like King Blando, only that you are a hero who is worthy of serving in his cohort.
I am happy to serve our great liberator king. He is, and I want you both to know, Count Radu and Furka, that every time we are recognized as heroes, we make sure that King Blando gets the credit because he deserves it all. Thankfully, he has liberated us, so no one else has to die like my mother and father and sister.
I must say, when I first met you, wait.
You saw us as the unfortunate four? Or unlikely.
That is a good way to put it. And then Ferka says, when I first met you, I did not expect you would be so heroic as you have turned out to be. I found you to be four drunken louts proclaiming your own greatness. And now you report that you are more willing to give the credit to King Blando, as it should be. You are earning my respect.
Oh, you were for King Blando, and he has earned our respect.
Indeed. We're simple agents for good King Blando.
Everybody take 2 XPs.
We are
Radu goes.
merely the
Then
extension of King Blando's retribution upon the wicked.
nice. Radu stands up, raises his glass. Then a drink to our mighty sovereign, King Blando.
Here, here.
Here.
You guys all
Here, here.
Yeah. Raises the glass and then puts it back down.
So what is your nice? What is your next plan?
On to Cherchzu.
As you can see, we are making great progress in restoring the monastery to its former glory. We've even started to cleanse the chapel, which has, as you know, become a situs of evil. But it is a lot of work, and I know that there is still darkness surrounding this region. Your efforts, your continued efforts, will be much appreciated.
Well, we have, I believe, we have solved the south, and now we are headed north to Cherchzu.
Yes.
A great service. If these settlements start to become self-sufficient and profitable, we'll be able to raise taxes that part of which can go to pay you the compensation that you so richly deserve.
Well, we would appreciate that, but it is our gratitude to serve the King Blando. One thing I will say, though, Count Radu, is though I do not think that they should have an outside mayor, the mayor is of Darbani. He's a little shifty. His name is Grigori. He seems like his heart is in the right place, but every now and then we get uneasy feeling about his true intentions. So maybe send an auditor to oversee hunting operations.
That's an excellent
to make
idea.
sure that taxes don't go missing.
That's an
I'm
excellent
not
idea.
accusing him of anything at this point because I have no evidence.
Well,
but he's somewhat shifty.
As good as things are now, from what you report, we should not risk anything. Perhaps I should immediately appoint a military governor over Darbani.
We appointed him as mayor after we took out the other guy.
Right, and I agree. I don't think that would be a wise decision. That would seem to be as if we left only to, I guess, install a military dictator over the town,
Yes.
which I don't think is the intention that you would intend. I think rather a more subtle approach would be a wise decision.
Right. I think they were under thumb and then liberated and then immediately under thumb again. I think if we come down as thumb, they will be skittish. But
Yes.
if we go in as friendly to help out, and obviously Count Radu, King Blando as well, within his rights to perform audit or have general manager at Honeymill, then perhaps that would be better tactic.
Ferka looks at Count Radu and he says, well, perhaps I should go there and check out for myself. Perhaps if what they are saying is correct, then we will want to appoint a military governor, or perhaps simply I could provide some counsel to this mayor and correct whatever it is that he is doing wrong. It would be my pleasure to travel there if Count Radu, if you can spare a small military escort. I think this sounds like a good plan, Ferka. You've always been a trusted advisor.
Yes, please know that everybody in that town is perfectly normal and happy to be liberated and happy to work and happy to pay taxes and happy to provide lodgings and wonderful food. We just get an uneasy feeling about Mayor Grigori. For unknown reasons, it might just be his crazy smile. But
What do you suggest? The way you are speaking, you almost suggest that I am taking the military escort there to subjugate the people. This is
No.
not the plans that I had in mind.
no, this is not what I am suggesting. All I am saying is that if people see a military escort come in,
Right.
they may get the wrong impression. So perhaps arriving with fanfare to throw a party or something to show the town more goodwill as we have, would go a long way because we are not there to introduce you.
Right.
They're very good people.
I must say, I like this idea, Ferka. Why don't I will certainly assign you a military escort to ensure you get there safely, but I agree. Take to them some sort of a offering, some of our supplies perhaps, for a small celebration to celebrate their newfound independence and self-sufficiency.
One thing that might not cost you anything, Count Radu, I don't know if books exist still in monastery, but there are a lot of children in town that could use a teacher to teach them the ways of King Blando and the history of how he became liberator of our lands. It might be good to do that, maybe.
It would also bring a form of national unity.
Yeah, and keep kids out of practicing fake witchcraft.
This is quite a good plan, actually, says Ferka. I think that, as you may know, I'm a bit of a scholar myself. I will take some of the books and assemble the children for a session of education. I am sure they will appreciate everything I have to offer.
That is excellent. I did not know you were a scholar. I am merely a simple farmer. But someday maybe you could teach me a thing or two.
I think perhaps when the time is right, I might be able to do that.
That would be wonderful.
Then, with your permission, Count Radu, I will assemble a military escort and assemble the supplies as the books that we need, and I will set off to Darbani right now. Sounds like a good plan, unless any of you see any reason he should not head out right away.
Nope.
No, not at all.
Just be careful on the road in the forest. There's things in the woods.
Merci. I appreciate your concern for my well-being.
I think he was there when we got attacked by that deer that we all
No,
destroyed.
the berserks.
Yeah, deserts.
The berserks, yeah.
You
the
and I
berserks.
were attacked by the death deer.
Yes, berserk, sorry. Berserker, death deer, all same.
No, of course, I have learned my lesson. I would not again travel with nothing but a crossbow-armed coachman. This time I will have a sufficiently strong military escort.
Excellent.
I bid you adieu.
Au revoir.
I bid you adieu as well. You bid me adieu, I give you adieu right back.
And he
I
has,
do not know what he meant by that.
It's just goodbye.
Oh.
and he
Okay.
he heads out. Count Radu says, well, I think you have given a very encouraging report. Again, we are keeping a tally. We will ensure that you are eventually compensated. And I am grateful for your emphasis upon service. But you will be entitled to compensation. And you have my word as the Count of what is now Celestine County that you will be appropriately compensated.
Without
Splendid.
saying anything, I just do one of these and nod at him.
Excellent. He stands up. Well, if that is all, another
he's-
drink. And this time, a drink to you, our unexpected saviors of Celestine County.
Gracias.
Thank you. Thank you for the props, Count Radu.
Mihai lifts it up, sets it back down.
Nice. Okay, all of you take an XP.
There it is. Bing.
Nice.
Is there something in this wine? It seems very fortified and strong. Like it is very, very good wine. I cannot believe how amazing it is at how like the iron and
Wait a moment. Wait a moment. You didn't drink wine. You ate a can of spinach.
I must have, because with GM permission, I would like to increase strength from 8 to 9.
Count Radu,
Body from 8 to 9.
Count Radu picks up the bottle and looks at it. Sure enough, vitamin wine.
It is fantastic.
Not having an effect.
That also in this wine has vitamin C. in it, clearly, because I have unused C as well.
Fortified with vitamin C. Yes.
And iron. Now, Mihai, you are as small as a bicep.
Oh, wow.
Mihai was having a hard time lifting up the cup and putting it back down.
You are quite strapping, Christian.
I have always wanted a horse, and if I cannot have a horse, I must become a horse.
Become a horse. Ah, all right. Well, a good day to you, gentlemen.
And you as well. I
Yes.
know exactly what I want to buy, I think. But I don't know how many points it is. Oh, I think
It's a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back.
Yep. Good time. Common supplies before you head out.
I mean, I refill whatever water I drink.
Yeah, absolutely.
In my thing, but I have so many fucking supplies that I'm a goddamn walking general store.
Horse.
Yep.
You're a walking horse.
Walking horse. Yes.
Unlike most
Massive
places. Unlike most
store.
Okay, so you guys start working your way along, and sure enough, like almost as if the efforts of the soldiers in Negru Voda are paying off. It's like the gloom, the sort of cloud of despair that seemed to hover over the center of Wallachia. It doesn't seem nearly as bad. And as you start off from Negru Voda, it's actually a beautiful day. You're walking along the beautiful road. Of course, the woods in the distance still look a little bit scary, but all in all, you feel like your efforts combined with the forces of King Blando seem to be having an actual impact upon the region itself.
I think we should just go right through the woods.
I think that's a good idea.
Are crazy.
I want my agency.
You have agency to choose to not die.
I am choosing to not die. Where's the tree to hide behind? Oh, that's you, Christian.
I'd like to find a shovel to dig my head in.
Oh, he's got one. To cave your head in?
No, to dig my head in the ground. Should I roll?
One quick thing here. I still got to fix some things that roll 20 effed up. Okay, there we go.
All right, Mihai's back.
I'm back, baby.
And after about 2 kilometers,
I've seen that tree before.
We're lost.
We're going around in circles.
Going around in a circle.
After about 2 kilometers,
Good.
things change a bit.
So it goes from being kind of a lighter, easier tone.
Yeah, all of a sudden, it's as if you step from a beautiful autumn day into like the gloomiest, darkest, like pre-thunderstorm environment you could possibly imagine. And the forest now seems dark and foreboding. You almost can make out evil faces on the tree trunks.
Yes, go through the forest, he said. So glad we did not do that.
And this is the path.
Yeah.
What there is of one.
Everybody can make perception rolls.
Oh, okay. Perception.
No perception.
Ooh, whoops. That's supposed to be 14.
I got someception because you're here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a die.
I'm rolling twos. All my rolls have been twos.
Who got the 13, Andreas?
Yeah, it's actually 14 because I forgot the plus
Oh, okay.
one.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Take an XP. And you look around, you're like, oh, this really is a crappy path. But you look at the ground, and sure enough, you see the signs of like many boots and wagon cartwheels, and it looks like almost certainly King Blando's forces came through here relatively recently, although not super recently. But
Mhm.
it looks like they made little effort to actually clear the path.
Well, good news, gentlemen, is that taxpayer dollars are at work. They have been going through these woods, but doesn't look like they've done a great job.
Why were they going through these woods?
Well, probably
I
to
thought our
secure.
I thought it was our job to go to the next town and deal with whatever.
Okay, for clarification, King Blando's forces came through and
Right.
liberated every one of these settlements.
Mhm.
What?
Ah,
But that doesn't mean that they completely like drove the evil from the region, right? They went in, they basically drove out Count Ulrik's forces, ultimately worked their way into Negru Voda, slew Count Ulrik, and the majority of Count Ulrik's forces were either destroyed or scattered. So basically, what your job is to root out the remaining evil
Hmm.
in Wallachia. And so, in fact, Andreas notes that the footprints and the wagon carts and everything appear to be heading east.
which is to where we're heading, right?
No, you're
And
No,
heading
we're
west.
heading
No, that's the way we're
Oh,
they're
we're heading
coming from there.
west.
So it's likely that Blando's forces actually came from Cherchzu and and we're heading toward Negru Voda.
right.
interesting.
You
Well,
go on high alert,
I
Andreas.
Yeah.
really think that you should be paying attention.
Yes.
Oh, Lord,
Yes.
Lord Jesus, please protect us as we go through these scary ass devil infested woods. In your name, I pray.
All right.
Okay. Guys go for another couple hours through the winding, overgrown path, and finally the woods part a little bit, and up ahead you see a town.
Cherchzu.
And everybody make perception rolls.
Ooh,
Hey,
14.
not
Oh,
a
that
two.
was
Still a
no.
dime.
Mihai got a 14.
Ooh, nice.
I got a
Mihai.
14.
And Andreas got a 14.
Double 14s. He saw it before me.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, let him get the win. He's like, I've been rolling twos the entire day. I'm like, we've all been there.
That's all
I
right.
live there. I've got a freaking summer home in rolling ones and twos.
Cherchzu. Cherchzu. What rhymes with Cherchzu? You know who?
Say Sue.
It looks like Mihai stops
Blue.
for a second when he looks at the town.
And Andreas also got a 14, by the way.
All right, well, I'm giving it to Mihai anyway. But Andreas can also have an XP.
Yay!
Did I give you one, Mihai? Take
No.
a XP.
Thank you. This place has seen much darkness.
Okay, so Mihai's voice sounds in all of your heads.
Yeah. This place has seen much darkness. I would be wary. It is not like other places we have been to so far.
And as Mihai points it out, you guys look and you note the stark contrast between this town and Darabani. Like Darabani, even though it was under the control of the dark Count Ulrik, it would probably remain mostly a functional town. You know, the buildings were in pretty good repair and all of that. You look at Cherchzu, and it is like dilapidated and fallen down and overgrown, and just gives the impression of like a haunted town.
Kind of like the path we're on.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we see any like signs of activity?
Make perception rolls.
Andreas, your perception is massive.
Yeah.
That's what I put points into.
Yeah. Let's
The
say
lowest roll
so
was on 11.
everybody take an experience.
Huh.
Looks sunny.
I see. You see somebody moving.
Running?
No, just
Oh.
like shift. Really, just kind of shifting from side to side.
Zombie. That's a shambler
Where are we? Are we not?
Oh, so you would be like
outside of
way over in this direction.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So like when you enter the town, you'll come onto the board basically where this dude is.
Ah.
Well, I would say let's. His naked wife just stopped by.
Nice.
Oh, did she? Man, how did I miss that?
I saw
He's
him.
Seriously miss.
He's like, damn it! I'm on camera,
Cut that out
and
of
it's
that.
being recorded. That's funny. She wasn't naked though.
No.
Damn it.
just in whose dreams.
Well, I pull out my holy symbol and my laser pistol and say, "Let's go, guys!"
Did everybody see the shambling
Yeah.
moving person?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he shambling or is he
Right.
like?
Just sort of
He's
like rocking
skittish.
from side to side.
Oh,
It's just a zombie. You afraid of zombies?
no. But I am gonna take out my
Well,
laser pistol.
We didn't roll
Zombies?
superstitious guys.
Oh
Oh yes,
That's
yes, gotta do that.
Take an XP, Mihai.
Yep.
Girl, you're stitious.
I think this is the right key.
Not stitious.
2d4. Don't roll the same
come on.
thing.
Trying to get it.
That's what she said.
Nope. Got it at least.
It's in your roll. There it is.
Oh,
There it is.
good.
We're good.
Nobody else is stitches?
Lucky sevens. No.
Okay.
I do not have that problem.
Excellent. Yeah, so you guys are basically crouched at the edge of the woods looking at the clearing where the dilapidated town of Darabani sits.
Not Darabani.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cherchzu.
Cherchzu. Cherchzu, why do you look so blue?
So, Mihai.
Oh, there's no more?
No, I'm trying to get the words in my head.
Oh, okay.
So, Mihai,
Mhm.
maybe you can detect surface thoughts on that individual over there.
Depends on how far we are from
About
them.
100 meters
I
away.
gotta be within
Hmm.
20 meters.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. But
You think you could probably stealth up to within 20 meters?
Hmm. Okay. I'll do that then.
Make a stealth attempt.
we'll cover you.
I'll cover you.
So,
Keep me in eyesight.
Because you've got a laser pistol, right, Evander?
I do.
I also have laser pistol too.
We were
14.
laser
Nice.
pistols,
Alright.
guys. Nice job. Stealthy.
Well, that's really good.
Too bad you don't have sneak.
oh no.
Oh, that's not good.
Hey! Don't move! What are you doing there?
Well, it's not a zombie.
You see this guy levels a rifle at you.
Whoa. Easy
You're
as I
about-
come out of the bushes.
He spotted you at about 30 meters.
Okay.
Oh, don't shoot him. Don't shoot him.
Yeah.
I'm running out.
It's probably a good idea if we all.
Pacify. Don't shoot him. Don't
Okay,
shoot him.
that's freaking hilarious. Mihai, take a point for being mute, and Evander, take 2 points for realizing that this is a problem, and then everybody takes what you see? He looks like stand back, stop, all of you.
Oh, easy. Calm yourself. We're here, agents of King Blando, and with the Lord. And I hold my cross out.
You see, he lowers his rifle and almost melts with relief at the fact that you are not some horrible attacking force.
We do
Welcome.
not mean you any harm.
Welcome, agents of King Blando. Please come in.
Okay.
Come forward.
We come forward.
Don't look so scary. It's like,
Okay.
Hold on one second.
Yeah. Hey, while we're holding on 1 second, can I have permission to split this unused NC into two unused C into two NCs and pick up Speak with Animals 1 and Beast Lore 1, which both fit my farmer persona?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
So you're an animal whisperer now. That's nice.
Well, I just get to know what they're up to or why they're motivated, which is what a farmer would know. Because I'm no mutations, so I have to be traits.
Right, but it's called animal whisperer.
Yeah,
I thought that was
it's called Speak with Animals.
No, level 1 is called animal whisperer.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yes, that totally fits your persona, so that's excellent.
Yeah, I train horses.
Okay. So this dude backs up just a little bit, and you.
Oh, there's another person. And
Oh, yeah, there's
another
lots.
person. People are coming out. Oh, hello.
It doesn't look like they're coming out. It's just you can see them now.
Oh, I put my gun away.
Okay.
Yep, same.
Hey, you come into the town, and this guy is like, well, welcome, representatives of Great King Blando. I'm Christoph.
Christoph, it's nice to meet you. My name is Evander. Let me introduce you to the unlikely four. This is Mihai.
What? That is a very catchy name.
Unlikely
Remember
four.
it. This is Andreas, and this huge fellow here. We call him Tree, but you can call him Christian.
Okay. He very wimpily shakes your hand, hands each of you a dead fish.
Is it?
No, it's
I was
very
gonna ask. Is it moist?
It is moist.
Oh yes, the best.
Oh, I definitely firm shake his hand back.
Oh, you see he winces a little bit as you crunch his fingers together.
Oh
yeah,
my
I
goodness.
ron the
I
crap
wince.
out of his stupid fingers.
And he stewards you back. and
Cherchzu, why is it
and
so blue?
he then steps back, kind of rubbing his fingers a little bit. How can I help you?
Well,
We're
first
here.
off, is that Christoph with a K or Christoph with a C?
It is Christoph with a J, like Joe.
But really, and remember, I'm taking these notes to
We're going
report
to
back to King
We're going
Blando.
to say it with a K.
But he spells it with a J.
But he spells it with a J.
It's very artistic.
There's no better, I think. No.
And you
I'm
see,
not going
you
to
see,
say
you
anything.
guys have walked into what is clearly like a really impoverished makeshift market. There are what appear to be like some pretty meager foraged items on display, but this place looks absolutely awful. Like there's nothing of any value within sight. And you're astonished, right? Because you see they all look like pretty normal people, and yet the buildings are so shitty. Like it looks like for decades no one has cared at all about the structures in Cherchzu.
This town seems to have seen better days.
You don't even know.
Oh, that's what we're here to find out.
Yep.
Well, Is there anything I can do to help you?
What's been going on here?
Well, perhaps perhaps you should talk to our leader Jan.
There
Jan.
it is.
Jan.
Yes, let's chat with Jan.
He's over at the keep.
Is he your
At the keep?
mayor? Is he the local noble? Is he just one of the fellow townsfolk?
No, until just days ago, we were. Oh, I'll leave it to him to tell you.
All right.
All right, Christoph. What do you do here?
Oh, and you, when he says keep, you guys actually glance over in this direction, like past the buildings, and you can barely make out a pretty sizable, what looks like fortress wall.
You know, I've been in this town now for what, 5 minutes? The thing I never noticed before, the big scary
Big
castle.
Scary Castle, yes.
Hey, Christoph, what do you do here?
What, I forage to try to find food to support the people.
Oh, that's very nice.
But right now I am on guard duty.
Oh. And you're doing a
And
good
sure
job
enough,
of
you
it.
see he's like holding a really nice GR2.
You did a really good job.
Oh,
You did. I almost was scared.
he smiles. Thank you. I don't know if I've ever been so proud. I did in fact see you coming a long way away.
Yeah. And
Well.
that's really hard to see Mihai. I think he shit his mind.
That's, I
Are the
don't know.
walls
I don't know
keep
what you
in
mean.
Similar disrepair?
He does.
I'm sorry.
Are the walls of the keep in similar disrepair as the rest of the town?
It's hard to tell from this distance.
Oh, can you lead us to Jan?
Yes.
Wait.
What?
Perhaps we would like to do some shopping.
Well, certainly. Go talk with Anya.
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 He points at
Any
this. He points at this old woman.
No, that's not what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I changeling my way over to Anya.
Okay.
Hello,
just-
ma'am.
I look at the fruit and stuff.
Hello.
Oh.
Welcome. Is that you're an outsider?
We are, well, outsider from this village, yes. But
Tell
we
me.
are work for King Blando, the
I am
liberator
so
of all this
pleased to
land.
see you. She comes shambling towards you like a zombie.
I think I'm big enough to pop her one if I needed to. I think I'm okay with that.
Okay,
I say I am pleased to see you too, old woman, and I pull out my arms to give her a big bear hug.
good. She comes in and she wraps her arms around you and she kisses
Bite
you
you.
on both cheeks with her prickly face, and she says, "I can't tell you how good it is to have visitors again."
Oh.
Well, perhaps we can make this day even better for you. We are here to look at your wares.
We do not have much. A few roots and berries.
Roots and berries can be the foundations for a magnificent feast to God. What do you have?
Well, here she shows you, and it's roots and berries, and she says, "Because you are visitors to our town, you are welcome to anything you want."
Well,
Well, here is what I would like to do. I look at one of the emptier boxes, and I reach into my sack, and I contribute 2 kilograms of vegetables to their wares.
Nice.
You see, like everybody like starts gathering around. Their eyes like super big as they look at the donation, and they are just like astonished.
you might want to gather around, not me.
No, they're gathering around. They're like looking at where he dumped the stuff,
Okay.
and they all look.
Aw.
She's so generous. You are so kind. We have not had such beautiful food in longer than most here have been alive.
Well, I did not realize how much you would appreciate that. Here, does any of you cook or
In
no?
fact, take 5 XPs.
Aw.
Does any of you cook or no?
We all cook, but We've never had such beautiful ingredients. She picks up one of the vegetables and starts like stroking it like it's a treasure.
Well, let me help a little
Hopefully,
bit
it's not
more
a
then.
zucchini.
No, it's a carrot.
Who in this town? Who in this town is the best cook?
Who's walking away?
My friend, you don't understand. That when you have nothing to cook, it is hard to be a good cook.
Well, then let me also give you these so that your cooking with these does not get horribly ruined. And I hand her a full one whack of cooking supplies as well.
Oh, so nice. Take another XP. She says,
Now,
"We
I
will put
myself
this
am
to
a bit
good
of
use."
cook. I am a bit of a cook. We must go see Jan right now. But if you can hold off for a second, I'm happy to help cook these for you.
She's crying. Like there are actually tears like pouring down her face, and at seeing her cry, like all the surrounding people start crying.
Oh, that's good. You made them all cry, Christian.
Yes, I think that these tears of joy are only the beginning of the floods of tears of joy that King Blando will bestow upon this town.
When Blando liberated us from the ghouls, we could not believe our luck. The town has become. There are hardly any of us left. We thought that we would be made extinct, and yet the few of us survive, hopefully enough to rebuild Cherchzu. And it is only because King Blando drove out the ghouls.
It is not luck, my sister. It is faith. Now, we must go speak to Jan to find out what else we can do to help this town. But we will be back shortly and make big feast for King Blando's liberation of this town.
She grabs you again and gives you more kisses.
I didn't shave this morning, so I bristle her right back with my.
That's okay. Neither did she.
Take another XP, and everybody take an XP, and then Christoph says, "This way, if you're ready."
We're ready.
He starts leading you guys off this way.
While he's walking and leading us, tell us about these ghouls that she's talking about.
You should just ask Jan. He is so much smarter than I am.
But you're such a good soldier.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
We're missing one. There he is.
Nice. Phew. And right here. What am I doing? There we go.
So now that we're approaching the fortress, does it look in the same state of disrepair as the rest of the town?
Just one sec. Okay. He leads you just a short distance through the town, and up ahead, sure enough, you see a huge keep of some sort. And it looks like not in any sort of state of disrepair, but rather in like a state of disaster. In that you see that the uppermost edge of the keep's walls are scorched.
Scorched like the roof burnt down,
Yeah,
or
and in
scorched
fact,
like it was a dragon?
Well, take an XP, like as if the roof burnt down. And in fact, as you guys were even approaching it, you got the acrid smell of burning, and you see, in fact, all out on the street, out in front of the keep, are piles of what appear to be charred furniture and roof timbers and just piles of burnt shit.
I nudge Mihai because he's the closest one to me, and I say, what kind of odds will you give me that the jerk who was running this town when the ghouls were here set fire to this place as a parting gift?
You hear in your head, or it is just evidence of King Blando's retribution.
1-to-1, we bet 1 gold.
I have no gold.
Okay.
Both of you take an XP. You see standing out front, this guy. But other than that, there's like no guards posted or anything. But you do hear a lot of activity from inside the keep.
Does Christoph like say anything to this guy?
No, he doesn't say anything to him at all. He just says, "Come on, my friends. I'll take you. We'll find Jan. I think he's inside, as you can see."
Understood.
Is the hippie guy by a door? Is he
I'm
by
sorry?
like is the hippie by an entrance?
Yeah, it looks like the entrance. Let's see if I could make this easier for you guys.
Under here.
It's like the entrance is like here,
Yep, right where I aimed up to.
and you see there is a big there's a huge set of doors that open inward, apparently so that they could be barred, but they're wide open.
That makes sense.
All right, well, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm following the guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this guy just standing here looking at us, or picking his fingers?
Yeah.
What?
He looks like he is in his own universe.
All right, well, I tip my cap to him anyway. I just tip,
All right,
tip
he
the cap.
doesn't. He doesn't even seem to notice.
That's fine. I'm still being polite.
Nice. Okay, and then where's my guy? That's you. Oh, there he is. Says this way, and he walks in. You guys follow him in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You see as you come close to entering the courtyard, you see a very attractive woman,
Well, hello there.
Greetings.
and she has an obvious scar, and she is wearing armor and holding a rifle, and she looks and says, "Christoph, what is this?" Says, "I'm sorry, Antonia. Visitors, not from our town, and not part of King Blando's forces. At least I don't think so." Says, "Visitors, welcome. Who are you?"
I step forward,
Okay.
take her hand.
Okay, you step forward, and she immediately, you can tell, like, she's never seen anybody so beautiful.
I take her hand and I bow. We are
Okay.
sent here from King Blando.
Oh, our great savior. What is your mission? What can we do for you?
We are here to rid the evil from these lands.
Oh, King Blando has already done us such a great service. This, for such a long time, we lived as nothing but cattle. This town, the horrible Count Ulrik, assigned to his ghouls, and the ghouls ruled over us for decades, long before I was even born. They lived here in this keep. When King Blando's forces were approaching, the ghouls set fire to the keep and fled. But
Oops, somebody's paying a gold piece.
If I had gold, I would keep.
But we heard one of them. We heard one of them scream, "We shall have our revenge." But we think the joke is on them. As you can see, by burning off the roof, they created a perfect fortress for us. This is now a place where the ghouls cannot live, because the sun's rays now shine directly into the keep. We think if we were to clean it and restore it, we could use the keep to ensure the safety of the town, should those ghouls or any other threat ever return. This will be our fortress, our sanctuary. If only, if only more people had survived to see this glorious day. If only my brother had survived. But no, every, it seems like every few days one of us would disappear, gone, gone into the keep, never to be seen, never to be found. Even their remains were never found, so they were never given proper burials. My brother, my brother languishes in purgatory, awaiting the day that his remains could be blessed. But we fear the ghouls ate everything. There is nothing left to bless.
Even ate their bones?
Never, never a skull, never a finger bone was found.
I am. Uh, uh, did she say her name? Someone say her name? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Antonio.
Yeah.
Antonia.
I know it's on her card, but I
Antonia.
couldn't hear.
Yeah.
I stepped forward. Evander,
Ah,
this woman and I have more in common than just the scars on our cheeks. She has lost a brother. I have lost my sister. We 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 are kindred. I was able to lay my sister to rest along with my mother and father. I believe that we must find these bones that must be somewhere around the town, if not in this very keep, somewhere underground or something,
My
and
thoughts
help
exactly.
this beautiful woman lay her brother to rest so that I can prove my worth as her new brother.
I'm sorry to hear of your loss, but it was more than just my brother I lost. I lost everyone. Once the Borpush family was strong, plentiful, happy. My whole life I've only known misery. But the word is that once we were a proud family, one of the proudest in all of all of Cherchzu.
Borpush. Yes, I wanted to wait for my concerns were probably not as dire as your needs for this village and for the people here, but I've actually been looking for the Borpush family for some time.
What? She looks absolutely shocked. You've been what?
We've been looking for the Borpush family for some time. Well, I my name is Andreas, and
Andreas, I'm Antonia Borpush.
this is wonderful. I have, well, unfortunately, not so wonderful news. I have some sad news. I was in the Caribbean along with a member of your family, Anya Borpush. She left here many, many years ago
Uh,
to seek out
Anya
her.
Borpush. Anya Borpush. She has become a legend. You knew Babici Anya?
Yes, she she saved my life. She
She was my grandfather's sister.
well, I it brings me great sadness to tell you that she has passed.
And make her great aunt, right?
Uh, tell yes. Tell me, please. Tell me that she had a peaceful and and comfortable death,
It was
not
a
like what we have faced here.
well in the Caribbean. There was a tropical fever. Many do not have peaceful deaths, but she actually fell asleep and kind of allowed the breathing to slow down, and I'm fairly confident that she passed peacefully in her sleep.
Many tales to entertain ourselves and forget our misery. Many of us would tell tales of Babici Anya, and the fact that when she left, people thought she was crazy, going out to seek a life of adventure, and yet she had a perfectly good and safe life here. But it turns out shortly thereafter, Count Ulrik took over, and at that point we realized Babici Anya was the smartest of all of us. And we hoped, we dreamed that she alone of all the Borpushes, was leading a happy and exciting life. The fact that she lived so long The fact that she died a peaceful death, it's the perfect ending to her story.
Well, I agree. However, and he pulls out the locket that she had, and he says, "This locket belongs to you, and well, I've traveled across the world to bring it here, along with other things to try to solve the help my friends here solve the woes of this land. And obviously, I'd love you to have this."
She steps over and she looks at it, and it's like you can see like her heart is just melting. She says, "You have done me a great service and given me the greatest gift I have ever known. Is there some way I can pay you back for this? Could I perhaps entertain you and your friends for dinner this evening?"
We'd be deeply honored.
Oh, please then. It will be my honor. I'll go to the market now and acquire whatever I can to make you the finest meal I've ever prepared.
Well, and Antonia, we of course are here at your disposal. We're here to help you in helping to fortify and solve and aid this town and bring it into the glory of King Blando's kingdom. Especially
Well,
as
as you
anything.
can see, we've done quite a good job. In just the past few days, we've managed to clear out most of the fallen timbers and ash. The the keep is starting to look like a proper courtyard. We think that it actually could be quite a defensive structure, even as it stands right now.
Excellent. Well, anything we can do to help.
Well,
Antonio, can I
yes,
ask a question? When the ghouls left, where did they go?
the ghouls left into the forest. They left the evening before King Blando's forces were set to attack. King Blando's forces had positioned themselves just outside of the town and were likely waiting until morning. The ghouls
Did
fled in the evening after
did you see
lighting the
them?
keep on fire. We heard them. We heard them screaming. We heard them screaming that they would have their revenge.
Hmm. What direction did they head?
To the, it would have been to the north.
Ah, thank you. Now,
But
we're
in
here
any
to
event,
see Yawn, though.
if you are here to help, um, well, one of the reasons that we're so interested in refortifying the keep is that we know they weren't destroyed. They could be out there. They could be ready to come back at any time. But in any event, if you've come here to help, perhaps you should talk to our newly appointed leader, Jan. He's the smartest and strongest among us.
Excellent. Let's chat with Jan.
Come this way.
As we walk over that way, like just in the short time it takes to walk over there,
Okay.
I say I just dropped off some vegetables and cooking supplies to the villagers as a donation from King Blando and myself.
You say
I
this
was
to Antonia?
I say this to Antonia as we're walking because she had said she would make us a dinner.
Right.
I
She says,
say I told them I would come back and help them cook it with a to make a big feast for the whole village in Blando's honor. Perhaps reuniting your great aunt's locket with you could be part of that same celebration, and we could have party for whole town.
I've never heard such a good idea. And the fact that you have brought these supplies so that we can have a proper feast, God smiles upon us. And God's servant, King Blando.
God indeed, and
Amen.
if you would not mind, I would be happy to either be the head chef for the meal or sous chef for whoever else is helping to cook.
Absolutely. This sounds like a wonderful idea. Oh, excuse me one second. Jan, these are
So
visitors, representatives of King Blando. Okay, sorry, Mihai.
sorry, I didn't want to interrupt that conversation, but while that was happening, could I have detected the service thoughts on this guy that just kind of seemed to be lost in space?
Um, oh, the guy outside the gate.
Uh huh.
Uh, yeah, I guess from where you are, you've got line of sight on him, so sure.
Okay. 19.
Are you adding your +1
Yeah.
overall? Okay.
Oh, no. So 20.
Um,
Spirit. All right, thank you.
Jan, these are representatives of King Blando. They have shown up. They have offered to assist. Is there any way? And you see that this big, like strapping, like pretty handsome but rough-looking guy. Um, he he's didn't notice you standing there talking to Antonia because it looks like he's putting in every bit as much effort as everybody else. You see, he's holding a big shovel and he's shoveling away some of the remaining ash and burnt wood.
So if he has a
Presuming
shovel, he doesn't have a holy symbol then?
No, he doesn't. He does not have an obvious holy symbol.
Well,
presuming
just a
he's
shovel.
going to
Oh,
stop
you mean
shoveling.
the one he's using to shovel away the wood? Yeah. Take an experience point.
Presuming that while he and Evander or whoever else is talking, he stops shoveling, I crack open my shovel and continue his shoveling while they're speaking.
He says, "I see that you're a hard worker, my friend. I'm grateful. But wait, let's take a moment to get to know each other. I am Jan. It's my privilege to have been appointed by the people of Cherchzu as their provisional leader. The first thing we're trying to do is, well, perhaps Antonio already explained to you, this keep appears to offer us a good opportunity to defend ourselves against whatever horrors may await in the near future."
That seems like a very smart idea.
Thank you. And your name?
Evander. Evander Sterling.
Evander. It's a pleasure. And the rest of you?
I'm Christian Inash from a farm not too far from here.
Ah, I don't know. Were you under the reign, or were you under the dark hand of Count Ulrik?
Yes, as unfortunately, Count Ulric's ghoul's parting gift to me was to murder my entire family and burn down my farm.
Was it
So
was it the ghouls? The ghouls that used to rule Cherchzu?
the berserker vampires and ghouls under Count
no.
Ulrik.
I don't mean to.
No, not your
correct you.
specific ghouls. Not your specific ghouls.
No, I just want to explain. You say vampires and berserks. They're nothing compared to the ghouls. The ghouls are the darkest, most deformed and corrupt of the vampire creatures. The other vampires despise them because they are so foul. Instead of drinking the blood of the living, they eat the flesh and bones of the living. They are the most terrible of creatures. And so Count Ulrik decided he would assign one of the towns exclusively to them. They ruled over us like cattle.
Like a form of segregating them.
Eating us for whenever they needed sustenance. It's amazing any of us survived. We thank God, and we thank King Blando. We thank you, servants of King Blando.
Yes, I was using ghouls with a small g, describing my plight, not ghouls with a capital G.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
no.
offend you.
My
I didn't mean to
apologies.
offend you.
It's my apologies for not understanding that they were the true ghouls who were here. I understand that my using small g ghouls has put less emphasis on the plight that you are going through, and we are here to help you. So I mean no offense. I am glad that you have clarified for me. Please do not ever apologize for imparting the knowledge to me.
Well, my friend, I want to make you feel welcome. We have very little to offer. We can find you a place to stay. And Antonia jumps in and she says, "We've already got that covered, Jan. We're going to have a party tonight. These brave men have actually brought us supplies for a feast." This sounds very fitting. I look forward to it. It's been a long time since we've known anything that could be considered joy.
Well, It's the same the letters as your name, Jan.
Well,
Joy.
well, well then, I suppose, Antonia, will you be preparing the feast? I suppose, although Christian did offer to assist as chef.
Yes, I even pack my own cooking supplies and pots and pans and things. If you
And
never
shovel,
know.
as you can see.
Well, I shovel to help work the work. I haven't worked an honest day's work in several days. It is good to be cleaning out a keep, like mucking a barn. It's cleansing to the soul to work hard.
Yes, but as it begins to grow later in the day, perhaps if we are going to have a feast, Antonia, perhaps you could take him to your house. Begin cooking. She says, sounds like a good idea to me, if you're willing, Christian.
Absolutely. I will follow you.
And then she turns, Andreas, would you like to come?
I'd love to.
Excellent. You're all welcome, of course. You can either stay here and help work or come help us prepare the feast.
Perhaps.
In their heads, they hear, "My name is Mihai Charvon. I can help with the rebuilding efforts. I would say."
Oh, I see you've brought a sorcerer.
I don't believe he is a sorcerer, but he cannot speak and speaks through our minds.
Oh, it's quite impressive. A power like that. Perhaps. Oh, well, I'm thinking too far ahead.
And if there's any like stones that they were moving nearby, I'd like to help, like lift it up and place it elsewhere.
Oh, you see, there's like one big like charred timber that some guys are struggling to move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go for that and help out with.
What level is your whatever level is your telekinesis?
5.
Okay, I mean that's pretty freaking awesome. If you make the roll, you can basically grab that timber and huck it outside the keep.
So what do? Just roll my will. Plus
So
1?
willpower plus 1.
18.
Sure enough, you want to just do that, just like
Yeah.
grab it and throw it outside, like over the keep wall or something.
Yeah, if that's what they were doing with it, I don't know if they were like rebuilding or what.
Well, it looks like there's only the one way out, which is this way. So they were actually just hauling stuff out.
Oh, okay.
But if you wanted to, you could just throw it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. You see, like everybody like stops for a second and then they applaud, thinking that the job's gonna be a lot easier from now on.
I look at Jan. I go, okay, maybe he is sorcerer.
I think perhaps he is. In any event, you're welcome. I'm going to get back to work then, and I look forward to this feast. Unless there's anything more I can tell you or help you with.
One thing that I am curious about is, and I realize you're still cleaning up from fire and destruction, but it would seem to me that keep like this would have a dungeon.
Right.
Have you found that dungeon entrance yet?
No. In fact, the water table here is actually quite high. It would surprise me if they had anything subterranean.
Was there a well?
A well?
There are wells all over town, but there was no well inside the keep.
Interesting.
Do you mind if I walk around and see this place?
Cherchzu is yours, my friend.
All right. Why don't I go cook? Maybe someone goes into forest and tries to find boar or something. Does centerpiece instead of just veg?
You know, I think I can actually do that. I think that would be...
Oh, my friend, be careful. The woods swarm with blood wolves and death deer, wild vampires. It's not safe.
I pull my necklace out from under my little shirt and show him the death deer fang. I'm like, yes, we are fairly aware.
Is there, like...
Again, I don't mean to insult you. That's quite impressive.
It's all good, my friend.
Is there wild... Is there...
Perhaps you go with him.
Well, is there wild game in these woods?
There is, There is, but there are also many dangers, as you clearly have already discovered.
Okay, or perhaps there is a river somewhere near here, close, not in horrible, scary woods that we could fish.
I thought it was all horrible, scary woods.
I wish. No, there's nothing like that, my friend. You may be able to find some ponds inside the forest, but as I said, it is a dangerous place.
All right. Well, I am happy to cook, and will make wonderful, wonderful ratatouille with the vegetables and herbs and spices we have, and it will be as though we had meat.
Yes.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it.
Mihai, where are you going? You stay with me?
I'm
Are you
I'm
helping?
helping around here with the rocks and debris and stuff.
All right.
Okay, great. So you guys are helping out, and Antonia takes Christian and who? Oh, and
Andreas.
Andreas.
Yeah. Did Andreas? I hate to be that guy, but did Andreas get any XP for the return of the necklace?
Oh yeah. Take 10 XPs.
Okay. I hate doing that,
For
but
essentially
whatever.
finding. No, I meant to do that, and I actually had given some thought to how much I was going to give you for that. I just forgot to give it to you.
Okay.
But no, you feel like by finding the Borpush family and returning Anya's locket, you have completed a very significant personal quest.
Cool.
Okay, so Antonia takes you over to her house, and then Anya comes over with all the vegetables and everything, and you guys just set to cooking, and everybody, Christian, is like following your lead, like yes, chef.
I'm going to also rehydrate this kilogram of dry fruit I'm carrying, combine it with 1 of the 2 kilograms of fresh fruit I'm carrying,
Okay,
add in another thing of cooking supplies, and I'm gonna make a big giant rutabaga radish ratatouille main, and also several Romanian style apple pie.
oh, awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
I have an MRE, but I don't think that's
so
going to
we
help
all
much.
know is like it winds up like apple pie bars.
Ooh, that sounds perfect.
So
Perfect
yeah,
for the
so
whole town.
Yeah, I'm gonna be down to 1 dude of fresh fruit, 0 of dry fruit. Would my 2 kilograms of vegetables? Do I think it will feed the group, or do I need to add more vegetables?
Yeah, no. You're figuring from what you've looked at that this town has been like whittled down to almost nothing. You'd be surprised if there are more than like 20 total citizens.
Okay, well, I'm going to put in my other 2 kilograms of vegetables
Okay.
to make sure that no one is Milton and actually receives. I was told I would receive a piece, and last time I did not receive a piece. This time everybody's getting a freaking piece. I'm going to eat last, and I'm adding in 2 things of cooking supplies. I'm using my cookbook while I cook these things. I
Okay.
have my 1 pan that I'm using
Okay.
to cook with, because that was Mom's pan. And then I'll use whatever other pans and stuff she has. But I'm making a big giant like rutabaga ratatouille casserole and these apple pie bars.
Nice.
And I think that should do it, and I'll just forage for more later.
Great.
And obviously, I grab all the stuff that they had that they had foraged to do this too.
Okay. So now you do have assistance, but to the same extent, you're making a lot. So I'm not going to give you an assistance bonus, but you will be able to make a lot of food in this one roll.
That's fine. I'm good. I'm going for making more good quality rather than small but Michelin star.
Yep.
You don't get the +1 overall, by the way. Sorry.
No, that's fine. And I bless the kitchen. I don't real bless the kitchen, but I true believer bless the kitchen.
Okay.
Asking for God's help. God, please help my hands feed these people that are your servants and have been in the oppression of evil for so long, to try and bring smile to their face with the recipes that you taught me through my mother. And that's my quick blessing of the kitchen before I
Nice.
begin. And then I begin, and craft is 6, and cooking bonus is 2.
And you've got a cookbook, right?
Yeah, does that give me a +1?
What's the quality?
Average.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, everything I have is average quality except my combination tool and shovel.
And
Okay.
weapons.
Yeah, all my weapons are awesome quality, but I mean things that will help me in the kitchen. Actually, I use my superior quality silver-plated combat knife
There you go.
as my chef's knife.
Nice.
So I just cut through everything like butter.
Beautiful.
Okay. And then you don't also get a craftsman bonus, do you?
No.
No,
Okay.
just
I know it's craft and cooking are related, but I didn't. I just wanted.
No. Crafting is durable goods. Specifically says durable goods.
I say to where'd she go? She's not here anymore.
Antonia.
I say to Antonia, I say, now rolling these out, if we do this exactly this way, then the pastry will puff even a little bit better than normal. As I show her how to work her hands on some of the other pies and stuff. Just basically, I'm giving nice direction instead of Gordon Ramsay donut direction.
Yes, you're the kind chef.
Skabam! 15.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, take 2 experience points. You think you have made an amazing feast. In the meantime, while the cooking is going on, Antonia is interested in everything that you could possibly have to say, Andreas, about Anya Borpush. I think you're muted.
Yeah, so Andreas, is regaling her with just the kind of conversations that they had when they were when he was being treated and taken care of. He tells her about how when he fought against the Hydra and just completely got wrecked, and Anya was there. He doesn't dwell on his amazing feats. He mostly focuses on how much of an amazing healer
afterward, right?
Right, and how part of the recovery was them just walking along the islands and walking along the beaches of the islands and having just part of the emotional recovery from what was happening, and how that meant so much more than just the medical care that he was also getting from her. Nice. And he also said, I also learned how to speak your language from her. She did a really wonderful job of teaching me that, along with Espanol.
So it's actually kind of a long conversation that you have, because obviously it's during the whole cooking, but she knows nothing about the Caribbean, so she's really interested in everything that you have to say about the Caribbean. And as you're telling the stories about the Caribbean and Anya's life and all of this, you can see she's just kind of trying to live it through your words, and you're giving her such an amazing experience that she is clearly touched. And she at one point kind of comments to you. She goes, your friend Evander, I don't know if I've ever seen any man so handsome, but Andreas, I think you're the sweetest man I've ever met. And she takes your hand in both of hers.
Oh, wow. Goodness gracious.
I think you've been sent here as a blessing, not just to the town, but specifically to me. I feel like you are the dawn of a new era, the future of Cherchzu.
Antonia, I'm so deeply, deeply blessed to be among you and among these people that clearly are your family, and I must say I feel the way you do. That heaven above brought me here through circumstance and through some crazy adventures, and I'm truly blessed to have my hand inside of yours.
So she smiles shyly and like turns back to the cutting board and starts cutting the vegetables, but it's clear that she's only thinking about you.
Anything I can help with?
So take 3 XPs. Oh, you're working as well.
Oh, good. Okay.
You're working. Okay. So jumping back, you guys work hard. Mihai, make we'll say like your entire efforts with the psionic telekinesis. We'll just make 3 attempts, and those will sort of decide how the whole thing went.
Cool. And same roll, right?
Yep.
All right. 20.
Wow.
18 and 16.
All right. That's phenomenal. Take 2 XPs. The entire place, like all the ash and soot and everything, you just like managed to do these amazing things where like you would take a fallen beam and use that to like scrape away a mound of soot, and just in the course of this one afternoon, you've managed to clean up the place more than probably this whole town could have done in a couple of days, which is phenomenal. And then and also Evander helped.
And Evander was there.
No, Evander was not helping. Evander was searching the keep.
All right,
What is this?
Yeah, you searched through it, and it looks like when the roof, like the entire roof, obviously was made of wood, and it looks like when the roof collapsed, it probably ignited all the furniture, all the tapestries, everything. So the keep is now, other than the burnt crap that everybody's now hauled out, the keep really is just a shell. It's really just like as you see it.
Well, I'm still searching. I'm looking for anywhere that they might have, like we were saying.
Okay, like trap doors,
Hidden
secret doors,
anything like that.
yeah. No, the afternoon passes and you've found no like secret entrances or trap doors or anything.
Okay. I took my time, so.
Yeah.
And as I watched Mihai work, good job, as I walked by.
Great.
High five one of the workers.
Very good. Okay, hold on just one sec. Get rid of him, and where's the other one? Oh, Evander, right there. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay. As the sun starts to set, because it is going to be such a big feast, they decide to hold it at the marketplace, and they set up a bunch of tables and chairs, and everybody's gathered around, super excited. And Antonia says, "Christian, you should definitely do the honors of revealing this amazing feast you have prepared."
I would not like to do that. You can do that for me.
That's fine. People of Cherchzu, our new friends, the servants of King Blando, they have brought us not only good tidings, but a great feast, which has been prepared by the hands of this beautiful man, Christian. And she, tears off the blanket or whatever that you guys have laid over it, and everybody just, ooh, ah. Christian, take another XP, and everybody take an XP. and everybody just like crowds around, ready. Says, no, one at a time, one at a time. Christian, would you like to do the honor of serving? And everybody's like holding their bowls.
Serving, I will gladly do. I do a quick head count.
It's about 20 people.
I know, but I do a true head count and then portion it in my head real quick. And I say to Antonia, everybody is here, correct? I'm not missing anybody.
No.
I want to make sure everybody gets a piece, so I have done portion control.
She looks at around. She goes, I think this is everyone. So it's, even Avram is here.
All right. Well, I'll eat last because I can always just have a piece of fruit,
Awesome.
just in case. By the way, it says that if the total is 11 or they got to roll, but everybody gets to roll with a max pleasure bonus of 6. I rolled a 15, so I think that means it's a 5, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Because it's superior quality food, so they could get a pleasure. Wait, I'm level 3. Max pleasure bonus 8. So I attempted to make flawless quality food.
Well, you would need flawless ingredients for that.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind then. But yeah, okay. Well, I portion it out and tell everybody to enjoy, and may God and King Blando's blessings be upon them.
Everybody like eagerly but orderly comes by with their bowls, and you load up all their bowls, and all the people like dig in, and it's obvious that they're just absolutely loving it, and the food is delicious. Everybody take another 2 XPs.
Except for Mihai.
Do I take XPs or no?
Except you. No, you can have 1, Mihai.
Right.
Just because you enjoy like the happiness and the festivity.
Okay. Antonia in her head is going to hear, you said even Avram is here. What do you mean by this?
Can she think back to you, or does she have to talk?
I can. I do it. Like it does say receive a response.
Or do you want to like nod to her, and she'll come over to you and just speak?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she comes over. She says, "This could take some getting used to." But yes, no. Avram, he's more than meets the eye. He is our town's, well, I suppose you could say, prophet. He is able to see things that others cannot see, like events that could happen in the future.
If this is so, then.
But he is a strange person. He does not speak in an ordinary way.
Look who you're talking to.
Kindred,
No offense.
no, a kindred spirit I have sensed. Indeed, it is not the only thing I have sensed. Earlier today, I took the liberty of glancing behind the curtain. And if what you say is true, and he is a prophet, he sees the future, then I fear for the future of this town.
Mihai, take 5 XPs.
Yeah.
What? This could be very important. Can you find out more?
I can. Perhaps I can try. But the little I did see, darkness was coming.
Darkness, she says, and all of a sudden, as the sun sinks below the horizon,
Shit.
you hear from the woods the sound of drumming. Boom, 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 boom.
I fear it is already here.
Boom. She goes, "What? What is that?" And you see, like, everybody immediately goes into like a panicked stance.
I swap to heavy club.
Okay.
I'm gonna blast out to everybody I can see, like, get to the fortress.
Yes. You see Antonia like jumps up onto a platform where there's a bell and starts ringing it. It's, everyone into the keep, and they all like cradle their bowls, not unwilling to spill a drop, but then dash as quickly as they can in the direction of the keep.
He's a fucking prophet, huh?
Andreas pulls out his pistol as well.
Cool.
Yeah, and he's going to, yeah.
I see Andreas pull out his pistol and say, if there are ghouls coming, that pistol will not do nearly as good as your fist.
Something blunt
Look at
then.
my fist and go,
Yeah, so he holsters his pistol, and well, he's got his heavy sword. I would probably know from beast lore that,
Oh, you've got beast lore?
yeah,
So do I.
Okay, well, you know, like from what Antonia said, there is some sort of deformed type of vampire, and you know that vampires are vulnerable to organic weapons.
got it.
That's why I was saying
Are they-
maybe that gun's not as good.
What about silver weapons?
No, as far as you know, silver weapons are not particularly effective against vampires. In fact, vampires tend to be resistant to all forms of inorganic attack.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, hold on a second.
I'm useless in this. So you know.
Just so you know.
You can touch people with your holy symbol, Evander,
In fact, you could inspire people. You could inspire like everyone.
and lead the combat because you're a leader
Yeah.
and stuff. You're useless. Come on, is coach useless? No, be coach.
Who's
Great
coach?
coach.
Question: when a spell is strain, how does that affect the mana? Or is it just a willpower roll every X?
Right. So to maintain the spell, you have to leave an amount of maintenance mana equal to the power level on it, and then if you ever suffer winded, the spell will drop and you'll lose the mana.
Okay, but it doesn't cause it itself doesn't cause me to be winded.
It does. It counts as being in combat.
Okay.
So
And
you'll have to make a willpower roll every minute.
Right. Okay. So
I take a position right by the gate and
Okay,
continue
and
to
of course-
eat my apple pie.
there you
Of
go.
course, as soon as they confirm that the last person is in, they close the heavy wooden doors and bar it.